We talked about the sun god Helios, so of course his sister, Selene, is the moon. There are lots of versions about who her parents are, but she's generally regarded as the Titan goddess. And just as her brother Helios goes woo over the world as the sun, she does the same thing but at nighttime as the moon. Goddesses such as Artemis and Hecate are also regularly associated with the moon. She's often depicted as having bright, shiny skin, bright or dark eyes, and also these little bull horns, which is pretty cute. And I'm not really sure why, but maybe it's like, the crescent moon symbol. They also make a big deal about Selene having beautiful hair. I wonder what that's like. So, if there's a beautiful goddess somewhere in the world, you just know she had an affair with Zeus. They had a daughter called Pandia who was called All Brightness, another goddess called Ersa, which means dew, and another daughter, the nymph Nemea, like the Nemean lion from the Heracles myth. That just meant that she gave her name to that area of Greece. And Selene also had a very famous mortal lover. His name was Endymion, and apparently they had like 50 children. 50 daughters to represent the 50 lunar months of the Olympiad. In some versions, they also give birth to a son, Narcissus, which was the guy who fell in love with his own reflection. In some accounts, she also has children with her own brother, Helios, summer, autumn, winter, spring, the seasons. Let's talk about her mortal lover, Endymion, for a minute. Now, there are lots of variations about what happens to Endymion. In some versions, Zeus is pretty happy with the fact that Selene is in love with this guy. So he grants him the wish of knowing when he could die and what to do with his life. And Endymion chooses to sleep forever, which is honestly a vibe. In other versions, Endymion tries to get with the goddess Hera, so Zeus curses him with eternal sleep. And in some versions, Selene just makes him sleep all the time because she just loves to watch him sleeping. However it happens, Endymion is just a really sleepy boy. At times, Selene even neglects her duties to fly across the sky in a chariot to be the moon, because she's so busy watching Endymion sleeping. Another fun story about Endymion sleeping. There was once a girl called Muia who loved Endymion as well. And while he was trying to sleep, she would often chatter away really loudly, which was super annoying when Endymion was trying to sleep. Selene was enraged and turned Muia into a fly. And thereafter she would be associated with flies that come and annoy people when they're sleeping, like buzzing around their heads, which I'm sure we've all related to. Can't help but feel like that's maybe part of the origin of the Italian word for fly, Muia mosca. In some sources, Selene drives a horse-drawn chariot as the moon. In other sources, she's riding a bull, which also probably gives rise to the bull horns that she's often depicted wearing, or a glittery tiara.